Hello and welcome everybody. Today we have a look at the eggs. So we have the phase where they are on the kingdom map already. So you just have to choose which one you want to go for. I think since I have already a nice gem raven, I will go for the pelican. So here we have already a mystical creature nest S. I teleport right next to it. I use my battle skill talents. I increase my march capacity. If you want, you can also use other benefits. And now I just attack. I select my main march. For PvE, it's with the airship Orion, Tormentor, and Captain Capucine. So let's march. This one is strong enough. I don't know. We can check it out. Here I have to use my regular warbird. Let's also use Mahut Lancers, Stormbringer Cavalry. And let's take a look if we are strong enough even with the second march. Yeah, I choose the march with the cavalry since they may increase the damage, and like you can see for another S, my second march isn't good enough, still 60% around. Let's have a look at the other one. There we could kill all. So I could wait and get the next mystical creature nest in around 30 minutes. But I will go for mystical creature nest A. And also a third one, since I have 3 attempts left. Same here. Yeah, there's actually no information if there are better spawns in the mystical creature nest S or in the mystical creature nest A or B. But yeah, I personally would think that there is a higher advantage for the mystical nest S to get better pets. I'm not that sure, it's just a thought. So maybe you will figure out there's a random possibility, so even in the small ones you can get nice pets and nice mystical creatures. But this is not for sure. Let's have a look at the different type of pets. We have the Hoardster. Development skill when marching with Hoardster and defeating threats on the map. The Hoardster will scavenge camps and steal extra rewards. This is super nice. Just takes plenty of biscuits. Like you can see, you can just take your march, select the hamster and go for it. I'm low on biscuits, so it's currently not possible. I really did farm the iron mines with the raven, the gem raven. So let's have a look at the next pet, the gem raven. Yeah, this is very, very nice to have development skill when marching with Gem Raven to gather iron on the map. Every 60,000 iron gathered will provide base 50% red gems. I already pimped it a little bit, so skill effect is increased by 100%. And certain mystical creatures successful activate their skill, there's a 30% chance to double the effect. Mystical creatures' final intelligence increased by 30%, stacking with resilient. This is super nice, so I go for the 8 tiles since they are the biggest. Click on Occupy and select the Gem Raven. And then you just send your march out for gathering. Here we can take a look. Here we can already see for 60 iron I gather, I get out 42 red gems. When I do this with 5 marches, I will be around 1 million red gems when they come home and finish the tile. Oh. So this is pretty nice. Another one for gathering is the Crystal Ram. Also development skill. When marching with Crystal Ram to gather resources after depleting a resource field, you will gain gather rewards and extra 10% gathering income. Does not apply to Alliance Mines, same as the Gem Raven, which is pretty sad. Well, otherwise you will farm the gems like crazy. Yeah, I prefer the Gem Raven. And the red gem are awesome to increase your mercs that can be trained. We have the Unicorn, offense skill when marching alone with Unicorn. 10% plus bonus of your troops losses will be converted into wounded troops based on the original troop type composition ratios. This is also a very nice thing. You can do it on regular marches, on castles. Here is some around. Select the Unicorn, the Engineer Otter also works, the Bad Cats, the Rouge Pelican. Same for KVK. Those 4 are all possible to choose for the KVK marches on the buildings. Well, the Otter not, I think. Let's take a look at him. Offensive skill when marching alone with the Engineer Otter and winning a battle reduces enemy current city defense by 15%. Plus bonus isn't that super, so I regularly don't use it. We have the Step Serpent, defensive skill when marching with Step Serpent to reinforce others. If your troops are wounded, 10% of them will be immediately healed. Super nice for sacrificing farms, like teleporting into the forest. Use reinforce them with the Step Serpent, and you have the 10% losses less. Well, there can be some nice mixtures. So the farm you are sacrifice, use the Phoenix fledgling defensive skill when Phoenix fledgling garrison at the wall. If your castle is attacked and you suffer troop losses, you will immediately review 10% plus bonus troops lost in battle up to a maximum of 5 million troops, which is all, yeah, it's Very nice. We have the Bad Cat. Offensive skill. When individually attacks an enemy castle or occupied neutral buildings after the battle ends, Bad Cat will lead an extra attack with base 10%. Plus bonus. Shadow troops. Shadow troops disappear after the battle. So this will increase your damage been done. Very nice to gain some extra points during KVK. Rook Pelican, offensive skill. When marching alone with Rook Pelican and winning a battle, you can capture 1% of the defeated enemy troops up to a maximum of 50,000. Yeah, it's nice. More troops are always good. Yeah, you should be sure you win that battle. Yeah, can be useful and fun, but not my not the mystical creature I will focus on. We have Sicil Possum. Defensive skill. When initiating or joining a rally battle with Sicil Possum, base 10% plus bonus of your lost troops are feign dead and become wounded, prioritizing higher tier troops. Also pretty nice. Should be work also for KVK, I think. So maybe the starter take a pet which gains more damage, and the rest will join with this one, especially when it's a mega rally you are going to start. But also the starter could surely take advantage of this. Yeah, pretty nice thing, especially when you just go for points and not sure if you will win this fight. Well, the Phoenix fledgling we already had. Pelicans and Possum, since this was all already. I will write it down into the under the video, so you can see all advantages at once. The mystical creature nests spawn every 6 hours, so they will spawn at 2 UTC, 8 UTC, 14 UTC, 20 UTC, and the appearing phase when you can see which pets will, or which eggs will come up. The steering phase, it's 0 UTC, 6 UTC, 12 UTC, 18 UTC. Alright, I try to make some small videos when I use mystical creatures, and so you have an idea about the effect and how to use it in that situation. That's it for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and see you around. Bye.